Okay. Everybody does realize that tonight was billed as an adults-only show, right?
Yeah.
That was primarily because it's Irish and we expected a little bit of drinking. But I also have the fairy tale poem. Actually, I have two poems. One of them isn't mine. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, the first one isn't mine, but I thought it was kind of cute. I saw it and I said, well, let's do that. This is nursery rhymes. And you guys probably know all about this one. See if I can do this right. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to buy her poor daughter a dress. The cupboard was bare. And so was her daughter, I guess. Isn't that cute? Who got Michael Mooney again?
Oh.
All right, this poem is mine. I was born and raised in Battle Creek.
Yeah. Off Raymond Road.
Did you know the road yet?
Off Raymond Road. Damn, I can't think of that name. But I didn't stay there. In 1969, I joined the service, and they Jameson, that's it!
It's all about the liquor.
Yeah. I need some. But in 1969, I joined the service, and they sent me out to California. I was out there a couple years. I came back to Michigan, got my education here in Michigan. In 1978, some of you may remember, we had a little snow.
I was 6.
Everybody, yeah. I woke up, I was living in Muskegon at the time, I woke up and I looked out my bedroom window and it was snow halfway up it, and I was living on the second floor. It was at that point I says, no, I know there's somewhere that doesn't happen. And I moved back to California for 20 years. While I was in California, I was writing some poems I was doing comedy clubs. Now everybody knows about comedy clubs, they're a little risque, right? So I wrote a poem for a comedy club. And I was thinking about this, maybe 2 weeks ago. I says, this poem is about royalty. And kids love stories about royalty. I mean, think about Disney. How many princesses are there? This is about royalty. I says, I'm going to make some changes to this so that I can do this at little Johnny's birthday party. This is a poem that was for the comedy clubs, and I've changed it. I might have to look at my notes here a little bit because of the changes. All right, let's see if I can remember how this goes. I'll tell you a story using cards, rhyme, and wit. It's composed by myself, and that's no baloney. Minor changes, minor changes. The story's about two gals and a guy. Fairy tale, if you will, and I'll tell you why. Two of the three were husband and wife, a king and a queen for most of their life. He called her Edith, she called him Stan. She was his queen. Stan was her name. Now the king, he could smile, but the queen, she could not. For it was child they both wanted, and could not be got. Oh, the king, he was virile, potent, well made. But the queen, she was sterile. You see, she was spayed. The king yearned for a son to carry his name, and soon it was Edith he started to blame. The fighting, the yelling, Edith could take it no more. She called Stan a bum, and his mistress a horrible person. Yes, she knew about Kate, a pretty young lass, the face of a queen and the firm-shapely ankle. Club foot. Was Kate, was Kate that Stan lusted, but still loved his queen. So, a threesome became. The king in between. Did I mention I lived in California? The King Stan Trio, they came to be known. You have somebody old enough to catch that? The King Stan Trio, they came to be known, but a king with two queens would be rocking the throne. You see, lust and greed, they don't mix well with fate. And soon, it was Edith who lusted for Kate.
Now you get to California.
That's Fairfax.
She does know her battle great.
Fairfax.
Where was I?
Sorry, my family was there.
Two queens in love. They sent Stan away.
Yeah.
But the king was... Yeah, but Stan was persistent. He wanted to stay. They refused him flat. They sent him outside the walls. And should he return, they would cut off his hand. That's what I was supposed to say. But Stan was persistent. He wanted to play. So he sneaked back again. While Kate was away. The fighting, the yelling.
Man.
The fighting, yelling. A fight broke out. Edith screamed, yelled, and hissed. Not to mention the king. Boy, was he really upset. Really upset. Well, Kate would return, much to Edith's delight. But was King Stan? He's nowhere in sight. Two queens in love, both happy, rather gay. But not so the king, he'd not have his way. Poor Stan lost his kingdom, both queens and his luck. I guess you could say he was royally forgotten about. So what is the moral, the lesson we've learned from Stan, Kate, Edith, and the tables they've turned? Well, I told it to Stan, and I'll tell it to you. You can't have your Kate and Edith too. I don't know. I think little Johnny's going to love that. Next on our agenda, how are we doing here? Oh,
Can we have our food and magic show bowl?
all right, remember those invisible finger rings on your table? Get those out. Invisible finger rings. They're in your packets. Everybody find your invisible finger ring. Hold it up when you've got it. You don't have to. Yeah, they're just laying on the table. You don't have to get them out. Everybody got your finger ring out? All right, we're going to play a little game here.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Are they pink earrings?
All right, here's what we're going to do. You're going to put that finger ring on any finger that you want to. We are going to move it around, and then I'm going to try to guess where you moved it to. Now, there are some rules here. Everybody hold up your hand, the palm facing you. Here's the rules. This is the way you want to hold your hand. We're going to number the fingers. The thumb is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everybody got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When I ask you to move the ring, let's say it's on number 2, and I tell you to move it 2 times. You can move it in any direction you want to. So you can go over here and then back. You can go over here and then over there. So you can move it in any direction you want to. Here's the thing you can't do. You can't go from the little finger to the big finger. Those are not contiguous. So you're going to move it in contiguous fingers all at the same time. So it makes sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to put on a blindfold. it is. Okay. I'm going to put on the blindfold. Go ahead and put your finger ring on any finger that you want to. It's your choice. Hold your hands like this. Okay, Tom, give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3. You're going to move it 3 times. Move your finger ring 3 times. Contiguous, always, never skipping a finger in any direction you want to. Everybody done it?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever finger you're on now, remember how we numbered them? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Whatever finger you're on right now, move it that many times. So if you're on ring number 2, you're going to move it 2 times. If you're on ring number 3, you'll move it 3 times. You can go in any directions you want to. When you've done that, say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sensing anything yet. Move your finger ring 2 times. Contiguous, don't skip. When you've done that, say yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm sensing something. Now I don't think anybody has it on the little finger. We're going to eliminate the little finger. No, hang on. Eliminate the thumb, not the little finger. The little finger would be hard. The thumb, we can just do that. Eliminate the thumb. You should look like that now. Yeah, I think I messed this up. Move it 2 times. Now eliminate the little finger. Okay, move it 1 time, and then put down all the fingers except the one that's on. All right, if you guys didn't want to see the trick, you should have just said something.
Mom, you eliminated it, thank you.
Thank you. That one I will not do it, John. All right, we've talked a lot about magic. What is magic? I want to talk about what's not magic. Okay, I need a clean table. Yeah, actually, we've got a clean table. All right. I have 4 paper bags over here. 2 of these paper bags are not magic. 2 of the paper bags might be magic. That remains to be seen. These might be magic. These might be magic. You want to hold on to one? Let's have the birthday girl. Can you get out of there? Are you stuck over there?
No.
You can stay right now, but eventually I'm going to need you up there. Hang on, that bag might be magic. All right, these 2 bags are definitely not magic. Not magic. This is juggling. Don't laugh. Juggling is not magic. Juggling is a display of skill.
Coordination.
Not so much the way I do it, but you get the idea. Now, don't get me wrong. Juggling can be very entertaining. It can even be magical. But it will never be magic because we know exactly how it's done. Somebody practiced and practiced and practiced. Not magic. This bag is also not magic. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, this bag has the most popular toy ever sold. Anybody want to take a guess? Slinky's a really good guess. Wrong. It's a good guess.
Rubik's Cube.
8 ball. Who said Rubik's Cube? All right. We have the same guy that came up with Jameson, right? All right. Yes, we have a Rubik's Cube. This was invented in 1974, I think it said, by a professor of architecture in Hungary. He wanted to be able to show his students what 3-dimensional spacing was. So he came up with this. I'm going to give it a couple of twists here. Then I'm going to pass it around and let everybody else give it a twist. Give it a couple of twists, then pass it to somebody else. I have 2 goals here. One, I want to randomly scramble Rubik's Cube. And 2, I want you to verify that it is just a normal Rubik's Cube. There's nothing special about it. There's no trapdoors or hidden mirrors or anything like that. Okay, while that's making the rounds, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Rubik's Cube that I found online. According to Google, the fastest person to ever solve the Rubik's Cube is a guy named Felix Zemdegs from Australia. His world record is, get this, 4.2 seconds.
Oh, good heavens.
He can solve the Rubik's Cube in 4.2 seconds. The youngest person that ever solved the Rubik's Cube is Ruxin Li from China. Now, it took Ruxin Li 1 minute and 39 seconds, and that's still a very respectable time. Especially considering that she was 3.5 years old. And according to Google, Chuck Norris can solve the Rubik's Cube just by looking at it. It's on the internet, it has to be true. All right. Where's the Rubik's Cube at?
Going that way.
Okay, we'll keep it going for here just another minute. Give you a
John wants
chance
to
to
salad
drink.
bar, I was eating it.
No.
I wish I had salad bar.
All right, can we start passing it towards me here?
No, green stick.
Are we supposed to be touching that with the virus that's going around?
There's less than 200
Give it to
people.
the guy from James.
It's 99.
Do we have anybody here who can solve the Rubik's Cube?
Serious?
No, not anymore.
I can't even spell that year.
All right, let's see what we got here. How you guys did. All right, now I remind you, this is not a magic trick. But if it was a magic trick, this is what it might look like. The magician would put the Rubik's Cube back into the bag. He would simply snap his fingers, and it would come out completely solved.
Uh-huh.
Ta-da! Yeah, I know, it'd be a stupid magic trick. All right, Felix can solve this in 4.2 seconds because it's nothing more than a mathematical puzzle. There are 43 quintillion possible ways to mix up a Rubik's Cube. 20 moving parts, 43 quintillion. That's a 43 followed by 18 zeros. Give you an idea of how big that number is. The number of seconds from the Big Bang until today only has 16 zeros after it. Astronomical number. However, it is mathematical. They came up with what they call algorithms. When Rubik first invented this, it took him a month to solve it the first time, which served him right. But an algorithm is nothing more than a series of steps. If you do A, B, and C, you'll always end up at D. Felix can solve this because I can guarantee if everybody in here memorized just 15 to 20 basic algorithms, everybody here can solve it. Probably 10, 15 minutes. It's that easy. You just follow the steps. Felix can solve it in 4.2 seconds because he didn't memorize 15 to 20. He memorized over 250. And then he committed them to muscle memory so he didn't even have to think about it. He could go from here to here in 4.2 seconds. Felix could not do what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to go from here to here. I'm going to try to duplicate every move that you guys made as the Rubik's Cube went around. This is the most difficult thing that I do all night. It is not magic. It's just lots and lots of practice. And I'm going to need a counter. See if I can get my electronics running here.
Ready? Set? Are you sure you're ready?
No, I'm not. Hang on.
Go!
All right.
10 seconds.
I'm going to try to beat my best personal time. 37 minutes.
20 seconds.
If you think about using the restroom, that'll be a good time.
30 seconds. Maybe we should start over. 40 seconds.
That's Alexa. She doesn't have it.
Should I tell a joke now? 50 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Two magicians walked into a bar. 60 seconds.
I think I got it.
too damn long.
Oh, shut up. You guys give me 60 seconds? That's probably the best time I've ever done. Of course, that's only if it works. See if I can get this. Does this look like the same to you, Tom? How about those two sides?
No.
No?
No.
Doesn't look the same to me.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there, that's
I
better.
turned it wrong. Is that right? That side? That's that side. How about the bottom? I can't see the bottom. Match? All right. Thank you. I will remind you that that is not magic. That is lots and lots of practice. The only thing that proves I have no life at all. But we have two bags out there that might be magical. Ladies, would you bring those up here, please? Give them a big hand. You stand on that side, please. If you stand on that side. We switched with them. Oh no, you just moved. You just changed. You just. Never mind. All right. 4.2 seconds is really, really good. Here's the thing. Skill takes a long time to learn. It's not 100% reliable. Sometimes I'm not able to do that. Sometimes I just can't match everybody's moves. But here's the thing. It always takes a finite amount of time. 60 seconds I thought was pretty good. 60 seconds is one of my better times. Now magic also takes a long time to learn. And it's not 100% reliable either. This sometimes doesn't work. But when it does work, it's almost instant. Would you open up your bag, show everybody what's inside. Stick your hands in there. You know she had to look before she stuck her hand in there. All right, hold it up about here. I'm going to put this Rubik's Cube. This is the one you guys mixed up a little bit down. I'm going to put this inside the bag, and you're going to close it right back up again. Okay? Open yours up, show them what's inside. Totally empty bag. Same thing, this is the one I mixed up. This is the clone. Hold it up there, and you're going to close it right back up. Now, as I said, magic doesn't always work. Wish me luck. But when it does, it's absolutely instant. It takes no time at all. All I have to do is snap my fingers, and it's done. Ladies, would you open up the bag and show everybody your Rubik's Cube?
Oh, it's back together.
Thank you very much. Give these ladies a big hand. All right, we're getting down to the wire here. You guys want to see one more trick? I think we have one more here to do. This is the mother of all psychic tests. I'm going to read your mind. All right, I have a clipboard here. I'm going to ask three people 3 questions. You are not going to answer the questions verbally. You're going to think the answers, and I'm going to try to read your mind. I'm going to need a pen, because I have to be able to commit to those. And I'll need that in a minute. All right, the mother of all psychic tests. Get this ready. No idea what I did in electronics. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Who have we not called tonight? Okay. What was your name again?
Stacy.
Stacy. Stacy, I'm going to ask you. Got it? Stacy, I'm going to ask you to name an animal. Can be any, well, I don't like bugs. Let's go with 4-legged mammals. I'm going to ask you to think, not name it out loud. You're going to think of a 4-legged mammal. Now, don't go with the thing everybody goes with, elephants and giraffes. Don't go with that.
I already got it.
You got it, okay. Tell me when you got it.
I got it.
Okay. Now you have to project it to me. This is the point of the show where I'm laying things down and can't find it. You have to project it to me. I cannot read anybody's mind unless you actually project it to me. So Shelby, your secrets are safe. Just don't think about it. You know, you tell people not to think about their secrets. What's the first thing they think about? All right, Stacy, you're going to project that to me now.
Okay.
I should tell everybody I am not a medium. At best, I'm an extra large. I had a psychic girlfriend once. She left me before we met. All right, I'm committed. I'm putting the pen down. For the first time, what animal were you thinking of, Stacy?
Possum.
A possum. I knew it. I knew it. It was an albino possum. I drew a picture of an albino possum. Why are they laughing? Albino possum. All right. All right, who else haven't we called?
Richard.
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 Yeah. Richard Jr. or Richard?
Junior.
Okay, Richard. They have two Richards at the table. So that's why I haven't called out.
They think alike.
All right, Richard.
Richard.
You grab my pen. I'm going to think, I want you to think of a celebrity. Living, dead, male, female, no stipulations. You can think of anybody. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
You got one? Oh, wait a minute. Who's doing it?
It's supposed to be your dad. You're junior,
Junior.
remember?
Junior's doing it.
Junior.
Junior's doing it.
He makes him do
Richard
everything.
Jr.
All right. I almost read your mind. We could have gotten in trouble there. All right, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
You got it.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free.
All right, I think I got it. Put the pen down. I'm committed. For the first time, what celebrity were you thinking of?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. I knew it. I knew it. This is a picture of Clint Eastwood when he was 6 months old. You can tell from the cowlick. You're laughing. All right. Just for the record, last time somebody named Barack Obama. Who wants to go next here? What was your name again, sir?
Cliff.
Cliff. Cliff, you've been marooned on a desert island for 6 months. They just rescued you. And they brought you back, and you're in the grocery store. You're walking down your favorite aisle. Okay. Please don't mean toilet paper. What would be the very, very first thing, don't say it out loud, what would be the very, very first thing you would want to buy after being marooned for 6 months? Tell me when you got it.
Oh, tell me the answer?
No, just tell me when you have it.
Project.
You need to project it now.
Project it, project it.
Okay? I got this one. All right, I'm committed. Put the pen down for the first time. What would be the very, very first thing you would want to buy?
Milk.
Let's pick somebody else here. No, I knew that's what you were going to say, Cliff. I knew you were going to go milk. 2%, right? That's 2%.
That's
Contrast milk. I didn't get it. All right, you guys are tough. I know what everybody in this room is thinking.
Not likely.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna write this down. If I get this right, that's 100%. They're gonna stop laughing.
All right.
Yeah, I'm projecting, I bet he didn't get it.
Okay, I got this one.
You got
it.
it.
In my mind.
You got it.
Everybody's thinking exactly the same thing. Am I right? Am I right? That's what you're thinking. That's what everybody in this room is thinking. And you're right. I cannot read minds. I don't believe anybody can read minds. I know I can't. If I could read minds, I wouldn't have been divorced twice. Actually, if I could read minds, I probably would have gotten married twice. I can't read minds, but I can tell you what I can do. Have you ever thought about somebody and all of a sudden the phone rings and it's them? That's a premonition. That's seeing into the future. And I've gotten really, really good at that. About 9 days ago, I woke up in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning and I had a feeling about some of the things that might happen here tonight. I jumped out of bed, turned on the light, after I stubbed my toe, and I wrote them down. And I sealed them into an envelope.
Oh.
An envelope that Shelby has been holding through the whole show. Would everybody give Shelby a big hand as she brings that envelope? Read it. Yes, you have to come up. You have to read it. All right, we have to verify here. Go ahead and take the clips off. Okay, now take this one off. Just throw them on the table here, we'll get them in a minute. Yeah. All right, now verify, that is your signature.
Right.
That is her signature. Have you tried to take this out of the envelope? Did you let anybody else take it out of the envelope? Did you get falling down drunk and go to the bathroom? All right, so that's your envelope. We are going to take that out of there. Please note that my hands are completely, totally empty. And we are going to open that up and you're going to read what I wrote 9 days ago. Okay? It's my signature on the back, your signature on the front. We're going to get a hold of this. Go. Let me get you a microphone. All right, now these are what I wrote. I'll hold the microphone so you can use both hands. Here's what I've done. I wrote paragraphs over here. We're going to read them one paragraph at a time. This is what you call building suspense. So read paragraph number 1.
Last night I dreamed I was at River Lake Inn.
Hey, hold your applause. That's been scheduled for about 9 months, so it's not a big prediction.
It was a really great crowd.
I nailed that prediction. Give yourselves a big hand. Paragraph number 3.
And the whole world even gave me a standing ovation when I correctly predicted the following 3 things.
Can you feel it building? Tension. Paragraph number 4.
The animal will be a possum.
Can you hear the pin drop? Can you hear the pin drop? Now wait a minute. This has been in your sitting over there with you the whole time. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
The celebrity will be Clint Eastwood. And the grocery item will be milk.
Salad bar next. Now, since there's so many people here, let's split it up. Let's have this half of the side of the room go first. As soon as you're done, then we'll send the other half.